Yo, what's up my fellow brethrens? It's your boy Elusiive and welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys another top 5 meta builds in Black Ops 6. And I got some crazy setups for you guys in this video. So watch the whole video and check them all out. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and sub if you're new. And if you guys want to see some more top 5 builds in Black Ops 6, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys have any build ideas for a weapon I haven't done, leave it down in the comments. But now that's over, let's get into the insane top 5 meta builds in Black Ops 6. Alrighty, for the first build, we're going to be doing the AS Val. This is what I was running on the AS Val. I ran the suppressed long barrel just to increase its damage range so it doesn't have as much fall off so the gun hits harder range, which will allow the gun to keep its 4 to 5 bullet time to kill before it starts falling off and the damage does less. Vertical foregrip, I ran this so the gun doesn't have any horizontal kick. Makes it to where the gun only goes vertical, which you can easily counter by slightly pulling down on the analog and the gun won't move. Extended mag 2 so I can have more bullets in the gun before running out because AS Val's fire rate is very fast. You guys also can run the extended mag 3. It does nerf the ADS speed by 5 if I remember correctly. Yeah, 5, and it also nerfs the sprint to fire by 10, but it's not much of a nerf. So if you guys want to add 5 more bullets, you can run this. Ergonomic grip to help out with this ADS speed and slide to fire speed and dive to fire speed. And the recoil springs just to help out with this recoil pattern even more so the gun doesn't kick. Honestly, this is definitely one of the best builds for the gun because it has good damage range and it has no recoil and fast sprint fire and ADS speed, and it has more ammo capacity. As you guys can see, the overall stats, as I mentioned, anything above 200 starts to get a little bit slower, but 220 is not that much of a difference from the 200 section, which is why I decided to run the ergonomic to help out with this ADS speed to catch up with the sprint to fire. And then the recoil, as you guys can see, is a skyrocketing, which is why the gun has no movement at all. So honestly, this is the best build for the AS Val. As I mentioned, is good in every category. For the second gun, we're using the AK-74. This is what I was running on the AK-74. If you guys hear like a difference in my voice or whatever, it's because I'm extremely sick right now and I don't have any videos remaining, so I have to record today. I could have skipped, but you know, healthy or sick, you know, your boy still got to be uploading, so that's why I decided to upload today or record today even though I'm extremely sick. But back to the class setup, I ran the Kepler Micro Reflex because Iron Sight is just too tiny for me and it has visual movement. But if you guys want, you can take this off and slap on another attachment, aka a stock that helps out with speed, or you can slap on the underbarrel that helps out with horizontal. For the second attachment, I ran the compensator to help out with this vertical so the gun doesn't kick, making it more of a laser. Third attachment, I ran the long barrel so the gun does more damage range. As you guys can see, it's 53.3 meters with the long barrel on. Without it, it's 38.1. That is a dramatic difference, so that's why the long barrel is a must attachment on this gun. But you guys also can try out the reinforced if you want a little bit more bullet velocity, but it does nerf the effective damage range. I ran the extended mags just to have more bullets so I can kill more people before reloading. And then the quick draw, of course, because the ADS speed was slower than the sprint fire. As you guys can see, sprint fire is 205, ADS is 210. Without it, it is 290, which is extremely slow. So that's why I decided to go quick draw so the sprint fire and ADS are around the same speed. But yeah, this is the class setup I was running for the AK-74U. Definitely one of the best in my opinion. For the third gun, we're using the Ames 85. This is what I was running on the Ames 85. I ran the Kepler Microflex to help out with this visibility. Honestly, you can run the Iron Sight because Iron Sight is not too bad. And if you guys do run the Iron Sight, I can tell you another attachment to run. For example, you can run the magazine for more ammo capacity because the gun does run out of ammo fast because of its fire rate. You can slap on the long barrel to increase its damage range, or you can slap on a stock to help out with speed, aka the light stock or the balance stock. I ran the compensator muzzle to help out with this vertical recoil. I ran the vertical foregrip to help out with this horizontal. These two attachments make it to where the gun has no recoil at all. I ran quick draw to help out with this ADS speed. As you guys can see, ADS speed is 190, sprint fire is 190. I just ran this because ADS speed was slower than the sprint fire. You can also run the ergonomic to help out the slide and dive to fire speeds. If you guys want to be faster in that category, either one of those would be fine. And for the fifth attachment, I ran the rapid fire to increase its fire rate to have a faster TTK. As you guys can see, it is 833 RPM, which is rounds per minute, but without it, it's 750. So it is somewhat of a dramatic difference. And I feel like the Ames became a little bit more consistent with its time to kill after slapping on the rapid fire attachment. But if you guys want, you can take off the rapid fire attachment and slap on any of those replacement attachments that I mentioned before for the optic, or you can slap on the recoil springs to help out this recoil pattern even more. But yeah, this is what I was running on the Ames 85. Definitely the best build in my opinion. For the fourth gun, we're going to be doing the Saug. This is what I was running on my Saug. I ran the suppressor to stay off radar so I can go for flank kills and people's spawns without being instantly flooded due to people staring at radar and sitting in corners. But you guys can take off this attachment and slap on an attachment that helps out with this recoil pattern like the compensator or the ported compensator, but I felt like the Saug didn't have any recoil issues, so that's why I ran the suppressor, and I felt like those attachments weren't needed. I also forgot to mention that you could slap on a stock to increase your speeds, whether that's the no stock or the balance stock. Depending if you want more movement speed, you go no stock. If you want more strafe speed, aka aim walking speed, you go balance stock. Long barrel, I ran this to increase its damage range so the gun doesn't have as much fall off, so it has a consistent 5 time to kill, or 4 time to kill if you get headshots. Vertical foregrip, I ran this to help out this horizontal pattern because the gun did have some horizontal recoil. Fourth attachment, I ran the extended mag because the Saug does run out of ammo fast because of its fire rate's extremely fast, so I feel like the extended mag was definitely a must. And if you guys don't mind, you can slap on the extended mag too, but it does nerf your ADS speed and your sprint to fire, which as you guys can see, its ADS speed and sprint to fire is still very fast, so if you guys don't care to nerf it, go ahead and slap this on. It gives you 10 more rounds, and if you guys feel like you need it, then go ahead and try it. And for the fifth attachment, I ran quick draw. The reason I ran quick draw is because its ADS speed was naturally slower than the sprint to fire, so the sprint to fire was already in a good spot and it didn't need any buffs, and the ADS speed was significantly slower, so that's why I went quick draw. But you can also choose the ergonomic. It will be a little bit slower than the quick draw, but it does help out the slide to fire and the dive to fire speeds. This is what I was running on the Saug, definitely one of the best builds in my opinion. And for the fifth and final gun, we're doing the Tanto. This is what I was running on my Tanto build. I ran the compensator to help out with this vertical recoil because the Tanto does have a lot of vertical and horizontal recoil, which everyone knows if you ever used a Tanto, which is why I ran the vertical foregrip to help counter its horizontal recoil so the gun doesn't kick to the left, allowing the gun to have no recoil and laser people and get a 3-shot kill. And I ran the long barrel so I can increase the damage range so it has that more consistent 3-shot kill. I ran quick draw because the ADS speed was slower than the sprint to fire. As you guys can see, sprint to fire is 120. ADS speed's 135 with quick draw on, but without it, as you guys see, it's 200, which is significantly slower than sprint to fire. So that's why you're going to want to build towards ADS for this gun, but you can also run the ergonomic if you'd like. It's a little bit slower, but it does help out with the slide to fire and the dive to fire speeds. And for the fifth attachment, I ran rapid fire. This attachment is a must on this gun. It makes this TTK have a night and day difference. As you guys can see, increases the rapid fire by 12%. As you guys see, fire rate is 441 without it, and with it, it's 496, which helps out dramatically. Definitely when facing other SMGs that are faster in the fire rate department. I also forgot to mention that you could slap on a stock to increase your speeds, whether that's the no stock or the balance stock. You would choose the no stock if you want more movement speed to be faster, and you would choose the balance stock if you want more strafing speed and aim walking speed to strafe your opponents and snatch their cameras. For SMGs, I prefer aim walking speed because it allows me to snatch cameras and it makes it a lot harder for me to get hit, especially in close quarters because the SMGs are naturally fast and it's already hard enough to keep up with their movement speed. So if you're able to move fast already right along with strafe fast, it just makes you a harder opponent to kill. Definitely if your gun is very good close range, like the Tanto with this build. But honestly, this applies to all SMGs. But yeah, this is the best Tanto build in the entire game, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these 5 builds, and what do you guys want to see me post up on next. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to slap on the post notifications so you miss the latest and greatest videos, and I'll see you later, guys. Peace.